game, ball game. Play for yourself, play for each other. All right, that's what we do, okay? Play for the man next to you. Fam on three, fam on three. 1, 2, 3.
He's sacked again. The ball picked up. They got over to the end zone. Big plays, back to back. Boom. Touchdown, Carolina. Are you kidding me? The Gamecocks win it.
In a series that has always had some strange outcomes and strange happenings, there was more today. 2 defensive scores by Mizzou, and the Gamecocks with terrible field position kept Carolina out of it most of the ball game. They fall today in Columbia, Missouri, 34-14. Coach, strange things happening, particularly it started early on with bad field position.
Well, again, for the whole first half, I believe we had four possessions start inside our 10-yard line, which is very difficult. Couldn't get anything going in the running game and couldn't get any pressure off Ryan at the quarterback position. Again, I thought defensively we hung in there in the first half, and I don't question anybody's effort. We just got to play smarter, obviously, in the first half. Just couldn't get anything going on the offensive side of the ball.
Trying to cut it to 3 there in the second half of the ball game, long drive, and then you get the pick 6. Did you hear what happened on the play? Talk to Ryan about that.
Well, it was an RPO. We'll go back and watch the tape and exactly what we could have happened in that situation. But again, you can't win on the road giving up 14 points and your defense is not on the field. That's hard.
The ball did not look like it came out of his hand quite as good as it did a week ago. How's his health?
Well, he had a sore elbow this week. We shut him down a little bit throwing the football, but again, it was nothing that was an issue on game day. I talked to him. He said he was fine. Our medical staff cleared him. If he was there, any injury at all, he would not have played. And so we'll go back and evaluate where we are.
All right, the Gamecocks fall today against the SEC East opponent, the Missouri Tigers. Coach, on our Prisma Health injury report, you just reported a little bit on Ryan. Anybody else hurt in the ball game?
No, I think we're fine.
All right. We'll have much more to come. We'll get highlights from here in Columbia, Missouri, Memorial Stadium after this on Gamecock Football with Will Muschamp.
Gamecock Football with Will Muschamp is brought to you by Crescent Construction, the official roofer of the Gamecocks. Britons of Columbia, dressing South Carolina for success since 1946. Contract Construction, Garvin Design Group, HNTB. And by Wild Wing Cafe, where great food rocks. Gamecock Football with Will Muschamp is a production of Gamecock Sports Properties.
Get a 2019 Ranger with 0 for 60 plus $2,500 cash back with your trade-in. And first responders receive $1,000 appreciation cash only at your Carolina Ford dealer.
We had a large storm, and our home was hit pretty bad. The next day, a friend of ours recommended Crescent Construction. They came out and replaced our entire roof, and we were very pleased with the work they did.
Call Crescent Construction's professional staff to do a detailed roof inspection at your home today. Absolutely free.
I've already referred Crescent Construction to a friend of mine.
Call Crescent Construction, South Carolina's #1 roofer and the official roofer of the Carolina Gamecocks.
When is the last time you traced your roots? Not your family's roots. The roots of the food you eat. Those roots should run deep, not from afar. Just like the legacy of farmers here in South Carolina. Day in, day out, farmers from every corner of our state are carrying on the traditions of bringing locally grown food to your table. So, choose food that's rooted right here. Choose certified SC grown. It's a matter of taste.
Join us every week at Wild Wing Cafe for Carolina Calls from 7 to 8 o'clock. Wild Wing Cafe is Columbia's home for hot wings, cold beer, and good times. Tune into Carolina Calls every week and go to wildwingcafe.com for more information.
Welcome back on our Toyota Keys to the Game, Toyota Let's Go places. Coach, you come on the road in conference play, you can name a list of things that you had to do well. What about today?
Well, we needed to get something going in the running game offensively. Obviously, we did not. We got whipped up front. Try to take some pressure off Ryan. First road start in the Southeastern Conference. Knew things were going to be difficult, but we didn't take enough pressure off him in that position. The field position obviously was a killer for us, but again, we've got to find some ways to run the football and take the pressure off him.
Well, let's go out to Memorial Stadium and check out highlights of the Gamecocks and the Missouri Tigers. And Coach, here's some play early on. Kelly Bryant, the quarterback from Missouri.
I thought, again, we played 54 snaps there in the first half, which really, we got fatigued there in the second half. But a nice third down stop on 3rd and 9, good open field tackle by T.J. Brunson, and a really nice goal line stand by our defense right here. We had one zone read that came out a little bit, but a really nice job on the defensive finishing right here. Good penetration right there, knock back. Zach Pickens there on the play. T.J. Brunson's in there on the play. Again, I don't question our effort at all. I thought our guys played hard. We ran out of gas a little bit. We got to stay on the field offensive, but really nice play by J.J. and Barre right there. Penetration on the zone read. Good job right there, and a critical stop for us. And then we come back out here, and again, they ruling on the field was that Ryan had caught the ball and threw the ball down, which is a lateral, which was obviously classified as a fumble. And we just got to coach him up better in those situations, and we will. They come back here. Again, the running backs didn't hurt us in the game. Kelly Bryant hit us with some quarterback counters, but other than that, we didn't get hurt in the run game. Nice job by JC right there on the fade ball. We come up with some good 3rd down stops in the first half, and really we got good pressure. Did a nice job of eating him up in the pocket right there and finishing on the quarterback. They come back again. The running backs never hurt us, and a big-time strip right there by Aaron Sterling. Javon Kinlaw is on the ball. We don't get any points here. We came up with some different formations for to carry on that we felt we've had up in previous weeks, and we didn't get much going on this next possession, and we missed a field goal. But come back again with Ryan. Again, we took some shots down the field here. Big ball to Brian Edwards right there, 50-50 ball, well defended on their part. Again, another nice sack right there by the defense. Another negative play for us. Here we are coming out trying to get something going with Ryan. We knew we needed to get something in the run game. We weren't having much success inside. We went on the perimeter a little bit. Here we go back inside to Rico, and the one time the inside zone we really hit the way we wanted it to. Critical 3rd down here, and a huge play by DJ Wanham. It was a play that we've repped all week as far as a little screen that they were working to their back, and he just did a fantastic job of seeing the play and coming off on it, something we knew they would rep coming into the game, and a really smart football play by DJ.
First career interception. Touchdown by DJ, or here's the touchdown. Rico Dowdle takes it in from 1 yard out.
Really nice job by Rico, just putting his foot in the ground right there. They got a good play right here. We've got to grab them, but they throw it behind the line. They're able to pick us downfield, and we've got to do a better job of taking him from the line of scrimmage.
Coach, so much of that first half was your team inside the 10-yard line, 4 times inside the 10. It really didn't show in those highlights, but otherwise, a lot of good defense from you as well. Well,
I thought we played well. Again, we hurt us with a little zone read play coming out the front end on the first drive of the game to get down to the goal line, and a couple critical third downs in the 3rd quarter.
Gamecocks are very much in it coming out at half, and you deferred, Coach, and decided to take the football, and here you start the first play of the second half.
Well, they were maxing us when we got into empty, so we came out in the first play. Really nice execution and call by Brian McClendon. Our players did a fantastic job, and Brian does a great job of going and getting the ball right to the pylon. Well blocked by our offense. Dylan Wanham made a huge block on the play. They come back in 2 critical 3rd downs I just talked about, and then in the 2nd and 10 play, they caught us in a pressure right there on the screen. They blocked it well. We come back and answer, get the ball back down the field. Here we are with Brian, another fantastic effort on his part on a little comeback play to the field that we've been very successful with. Do a nice job of redirecting the protection there. Great catch and throw by Ryan and Kyle Markway right here, a critical get us to a 1st down situation in midfield to give us a chance to go for it. We went with a little roll pass right here, and really a well-thrown ball right there to Kyle. Kyle did a nice job of creating some separation. We come back. Again, nice throw by Ryan outside of the field comeback to Brian Edwards, a hard guy to cover on these plays. We run the speed sweep to Brian, which we've been very successful with. A nice gainer there to get the ball to inside their 20-yard line. We go to a speed play right here on 3rd down and hit Shy in the flat. We go back to a stack set right here and get a dump off to Feaster in the flat. He does a nice job of getting the ball vertical. here we are in a situation there. I mean, it was an RPO situation. They dropped off in zone. We'll go back and watch the tape, and probably should have handed the ball off in that situation, but we need to go back and watch that again.
Yeah, Missouri Tigers and Ronnie Perkins take it back 100 yards. Walensky had just driven them 74 yards down the field on a play. There's Nick Muse, your other tight end, getting involved in the process.
Yeah, we're trying to get back down and get some things going. We get a fumble right there. I didn't know if that was with the exchange or with 97's contact, but a nice job by our defense. We come up and make a stop. Good job right there. Continuing to fight in the game, and guys come back again with another stop inside the 10-yard line, force Missouri to kick a field goal here. Then as we kind of working down here, we're trying to get some stops there defensively. We get a stop there, and they pin us back inside our 10. DeCaron came in, did a nice job, threw the ball extremely well. A whole shot to cover 2 right there to Chavis Dawkins. We come back to empty again, just to field out to Shy again, to get the ball in space and let him make some plays. Got it again, we went to our empty set again. He does a nice job evading the rush and giving us some time right here. Nice ball to Kyle Markway on a critical 3rd down conversion.
Kerryon Joyner coming in late in the ball game. Coach, one of the big surprises to me was, after watching the stats and looking at it before the ball game, was the fact that Kelly Bryant carried it for 17 times in the ball game. Did you really expect him to do that?
Well, I think there was probably only design run about 8 or 10. I think the rest of them were mostly scrambles and him trying to buy some time in the pocket. They did run some quarterback draws off an RPO action there a couple times, but the design runs probably just about 8 or 10.
All right, we'll look at some superlatives when we come back on Gamecock Football with Will Muschamp.
When the Gamecocks go bowling this year, you will too. South Carolina Farm Bureau Insurance is sending one lucky winner to whichever bowl game our Gamecocks attend. One winner and guest will get airfare, hotel accommodations, and tickets to the game. Visit usccontest.com to register and check out all the details. That's usccontest.com. Farm Bureau Insurance is a proud partner of Gamecock Football and your home for the Gamecock Bowl Game giveaway.
And when the unexpected happens to you, there's Colonial Life. Benefits that help cover what your regular insurance doesn't.
Hi, I'm Gamecock legend Connor Shaw, here to tell you that joining the Alumni Association is a home run. And as the new spokesperson for the Alumni Association, I want to represent all Gamecocks, regardless of their Carolina experience. Because that is what the Alumni Association does. They support all of us, not just record-breaking quarterbacks, like me. So join today or visit mycarolina.org to learn more.
Columbia is almost at the geographical center of South Carolina. One feature you may have noticed is the large number of trees in almost every street. From the air, they give a garden-like atmosphere, and from the ground, a refreshing shade during the warm summer days. You would also be able to see 3 rivers, the Broad and the Saluda, which combine to form the Congaree. As dusk approaches and the lights go on. It might be well to note that this is Columbia's main street.
Contentment, thank goodness, isn't part of the Columbia vocabulary. The city is growing, going forward. Columbia loves it.
It's a good place to live, to work.
The flags of the United States, state of South Carolina, fly above the dome of the Capitol.
Incredible situation here in Columbia.
There you have a Capital City tour, which we hope you found capitally informative.
get to start my day with strike zone? Really? I get to start my day with strike zone. I get to wake up and start my day with strike zone, Josh. How awesome is that, man? I get out of bed and I go to strike zone, Chad. I get to start my day with strike zone. I wake up, I get out of bed, and I go to strike zone. How awesome is that? Just go right to strike zone, RJ. Snacks. I wake up, Markway, and I just go to strike zone, Keyshawn Tony. How awesome is that? It's your favorite day, Larry. T-Rob. And a little bit of wind, Larry. On the whistle. Better, Jamar. Better. Nice job, man. Nice job, man. Curl tackle to the outside hand. I got an uppercut. I got an uppercut and get it out. And an artist. Close your fist. So, staying in or getting out? Getting out. There you go, McGriff. There you go, 6. You're going here. You're going here. Extend. If you don't get him off, you can never snag him. You cheater. Cheater. You weren't wrong. You weren't wrong. You saw it. JC will tell you drop, 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 and come on. Good money. Go again. Go again. Hey, you know why? What's the first step you took? This one. Press. Press. Press him. Press him. That's better. Strike. Welcome back. That's it, son. Hey, that's how you do it, man. Thought you were fast, man. Got me? Hey, rest, recover, hydrate, study, film. Hey, be a pro. Cold tub day. I love it, man.
Mizzou's going for it on 4th down. Same two-back set. Ryan out of the pistol formation. Handoff. No, it's not. Bryant's got it, and the Gamecocks have got him. Backing him up to almost the 13-yard line. Bryant wants to run it. He's got some trouble. Now he's got a Gamecock around him, and they rip him down. Aaron Sterling. Underneath throw, it's picked over the 20. And down at the 10-yard line, heading towards the end zone. Knocked out of bounds just before he got to the pylon. Are you kidding me? DJ Wadham read the screen play beautifully. Sweep right side, Rico trying, touchback. Right at the yard marker. Right at the first down. Right at the goal line. Right out and touchdown. Touchdown, Carolina. Touchdown, Rico Dowdle. Here's Zelensky, wide receiver screen out to the right side. He's got a man open at the 35-40. He's at the 50. That's Ryan Edwards opening up at the 40, the 30. Gets one block down the field, the 15, 10, diving to the pylon. He knocks it down, but they say he's out of bounds. That's the spark we were looking for. Up next, we'll hear from Contract Construction, Garvin Design Group, and HNTB Design Firm.
So in order to tee ourselves up for success during the 2019 season, we're trying to capitalize on any area that we can do work in without affecting any patrons during the 2019. For instance, you're currently in the former Spur Lounge. We'll be doing demolition in the existing weight room in the first floor of the Cruise building. and we'll actually be erecting structural steel underneath the floor that I'm standing on between games, Sunday through Friday every week, and then in any off weeks, to try to get as far ahead as we can to make sure the project's a success for the 2020 season.
At the University of South Carolina, we're committed to the fight. And it's not just a battle on the football field. We're competing against breast cancer right here in our community.
Our Gamecock family is teaming up with Prisma Health Midlands Foundation to beat breast cancer.
When you register to walk or run on October 12th,
all proceeds raised at the 29th Walk for Life and famously Hot Pink Half Marathon, 5 and 10K, will benefit the Prisma Health Breast Center.
Register today at walkforlifecolumbia.org.
Well, it's Saturday night and I just got paid. My heart say go, go. Have a time cause Saturday night. Now I'm feeling fine. I'm gonna rock it up. I'm gonna rip it up. I'm gonna shake it out. Gonna ball it up. I'm gonna rock it up and ball tonight.
Get a 2019 Ranger with 0 for 60 plus 2,500 cash back with your trade-in. And first responders receive 1,000 appreciation cash only at your Carolina Ford dealer.
When is the last time you traced your roots? Not your family's roots. The roots of the food you eat. Those roots should run deep, not from afar. Just like the legacy of farmers here in South Carolina. Day in, day out, farmers from every corner of our state are carrying on the traditions of bringing locally grown food to your table. So, choose food that's rooted right here. Choose certified SC grown. It's a matter of taste.
And when the unexpected happens to you, there's Colonial Life. Benefits that help cover what your regular insurance doesn't.
Good hard work has earned Kate Bonham the title of Colonial Life Academic Athlete of the Week. A member of the equestrian team, Bonham is a junior public health major with a 4.0 GPA. This week's academic athlete is brought to you by Colonial Life. Colonial Life, the benefits of good hard work.
Here's Zelensky, wide receiver screen out to the right side. He's got a man open at the 35-40. He's at the 50. That's Brian Edwards opening up at the 40, the 30. Gets one block down the field, the 15. 10 diving for the pylon. He knocks it down, but they say he's out of bounds. That's the spark we were looking for. 74 yards. Brian Edwards on the wide receiver screen got some great blocking, and it's 1st and goal, Carolina. That's our Sandsbury Eye Center. Did you see that play? Coach, you come out at halftime, you clearly need to make some adjustments and hopefully get better field position. And just like that, the first play of the second half in the series, you go right to your big star in the first half, Brian Edwards, and he delivers for you.
Well, it was a really good design by our offensive staff. They had been maxing us in their empty looks right there and really well blocked. Dylan Wanham made a huge block to spring him. Shi Smith made a block in the middle of the field, and Brian did a great job of cutting the ball back against the grain and scoring.
Chavis Dawkins all the way down to the 10-yard line, got another block and got him to the pylon. Congratulations. Now our Terminex Pest player of the game, Coach, you're going with your punter, Joseph Charlton, who crushed the football today, a 53-yard average, and had a couple over 50 yards.
Well, I think he's the best punter in the country. I think we flipped the field, coming off our goal line several times and punted the ball and didn't let them start on our side of the 50, which is a huge field position win for us, and he did a really nice job, especially in the first half.
We were backed up all those times, and he kept the ball on their side of the field. Congratulations, Joseph. Now it's time to hear from My Carolina.
Hi, I'm Gamecock legend Connor Shaw. Here to tell you that joining the Alumni Association is a home run. And as the new spokesperson for the Alumni Association, I want to represent all Gamecocks, regardless of their Carolina experience. Because that is what the Alumni Association does. They support all of us, not just record-breaking quarterbacks, like me. So join today or visit mycarolina.org to learn more.
When the Gamecocks go bowling this year, you will too. South Carolina Farm Bureau Insurance is sending one lucky winner to whichever bowl game our Gamecocks attend. One winner and guest will get airfare, hotel accommodations, and tickets to the game. Visit usccontest.com to register and check out all the details. That's usccontest.com. Farm Bureau Insurance is a proud partner of Gamecock football and your home for the Gamecock Bowl Game giveaway.
Get a 2019 Ranger with 0 for 60 plus $2,500 cash back with your trade-in. And first responders receive $1,000 appreciation cash only at your Carolina Ford dealer.
We had a large storm, and our home was hit pretty bad. The next day, a friend of ours recommended Crescent Construction. They came out and replaced our entire roof, and we were very pleased with the work they did.
Call Crescent Construction's professional staff to do a detailed roof inspection at your home today. Absolutely free.
I've already referred Crescent Construction to a friend of mine.
Call Crescent Construction, South Carolina's #1 roofer and the official roofer of the Carolina Gamecocks.
Gamecock football with Will Muschamp is brought to you by Crescent Construction, the official roofer of the Gamecocks. Britons of Columbia, dressing South Carolina for success since 1946. Contract Construction, Garvin Design Group, HNTB. And by Wild Wing Cafe, where great food rocks. Gamecock football with Will Muschamp is a production of Gamecock Sports Properties.
Welcome back. The road in the SEC is always tough, and this time it goes back to Williams-Brice Stadium. We stay in the East, and the Kentucky Wildcats, who've been a thorn in our side the last 5 years or so, Coach. But right now, I got a feeling it's more about the Gamecocks and not so much about the Wildcats. You got to regroup with your team and try to get a little confidence back in it.
Well, no doubt about that. This is obviously very disappointing with the outcome of the game. And again, as the score may not indicate, there's some opportunities there to cut it to a three-point game, which we did in the first drive of the second half. And we've got to answer for ourselves. We're not good enough to overcome some of the mistakes that we're making as a football team right now. And that's the most frustrating thing. But I'm looking forward to getting back to Williams-Brice, 7:30 kick in front of our fans.
Be a night ball game. Be ready. Let's break that streak and get a win against the Kentucky Wildcats. Thanks for being with us from Columbia, Missouri. We'll see you next time on Gamecock Football with Will Muschamp.